In the last few classes, what we have seen is we have started with strings and understand exactly which are the built-in useful built-in functions with strings. Uh, we have seen exactly the different types of functions, methods available, upper function, the lower function, is upper, is lower function. So these are some of the functions that we have already studied, some of the methods of strings. Apart from this, there are so many different built-in functions with strings, built-in methods, which you can use to write your programs. Then we studied about the is alpha, is alphanumeric, then is decimal, is space, is title. So these are some of the built-in methods that we have studied already, and we have seen some examples also. I'm just revising what we have done in the last few classes. And then we yeah, now this is something which actually is new for today's class. There is a function called as starts with and ends with. Remember, the starts with and the ends with function returns back a boolean value. It will tell you whether it is true or false. For example, let us see if what does the starts with function does. It takes one parameter, that is a string, and then it tells whether the main string starts with this particular string or no. For example, hello comma world dot starts with hello. Yes, of course, the first character is HELLO, and here we are checking for HELLO, so it returns a true. Ends with world, true. So basically the starts with and the ends with returns you a true or false and checks whether the main string starts with this string and ends with this particular string. I hope this is clear. I need not go into detail of this. When do we use this? We use this to check if a particular main string starts with a particular substring and it ends with a particular substring. So the names of the functions are starts with and ends with. Similarly, we have the join and the split methods. Why do we use the join method? This is useful if you have a list of strings. If you have a list, you know what is the meaning of a list. List is a collection of elements, and if the list contains strings, and if you want to join them into a single string, we use the join method. Okay, so how do we use the join method? The join method is useful when you have a list of strings that need to be joined together into a single string value. uh, Example, okay, example, you have a list here containing these elements. First string is cats, rats and bats, and then we can do one thing. We can actually tell that please join all this into a single string but separate them with some delimiter. So if I want to separate them with some delimiter, I can say, okay, put a comma, put a space, put a comma and a space, put a comma and a space, and then join this. So put this comma and space between each element of the string, each element of the list. So the first element of the list is cats, then it will put a comma, then it will put a space, then it will write rats, then again after this it will put a comma and then space, and then it will put bats. So the output will be cats, comma, space, rats, comma, space, bats. So I can tell to join a list of strings into a single string, and then between each element of the list I can tell to put some delimiter. Now look at this example here. I say space dot join, and then I give a list as a parameter. So it will put a space between each element of the list. So my name is Simon, it will put that. So if I say ABC dot join my name is Simon, it will put my ABC name, ABC is ABC Simon, like that. So I hope you understood what does a join method does. It will join elements of the list into a single string, and then if you want some delimiters to be inside that, you can put a delimiter also. Now, what does the split function does? The split function does exactly the opposite of the join function. You can see the split method does the opposite. It's called on a string values and returns a list of strings. For example, if you have a list like this, if you have a string like this is a single string. You can see it is put into single quotes here. My name is Simon. If I say my name is Simon, I put dot split this string. If I say, it will give me back a list. And what will the list contain? The first element of the list will be my, the second element of the list will be name, third element will be is, and the last element will be Simon. So now I will have 4 elements in my list, and they are splitted by a space in between. So the space will be used to split the string and then return you back the list of items. Not only the space, I can use any other I can use any other character to split my string. For example, if I say split it at M, if I say my name is Simon dot split, and in this split I pass a character M, then it will split the string at the character M. So my NA, my space NA will be the first element, E space IS, this will be the second element, and so on. We can see that example over here. If this is my string, let us say my ABC name ABC is ABC Simon. If this is my string, if I say split at ABC, then you know that it will split at ABC. So this will be the first element, my will be the first element, name will be the second element, is will be the third element, and Simon will be the fourth element of the list. So you can also specify the character or a substring at which the main string should be splitted. Main string should be splitted. So this is the join and the split methods. What we are learning the important methods of strings in Python. So many we have discussed already: two upper, two lower, upper, lower, split, join, okay, is alpha, is decimal. So we have seen so many different types of methods available in Python, and I want you people to understand and remember all these functions, because in the examination they will give you a list and say explain these built-in methods of string with the help of an example. So you have to explain all that. Okay, or they will ask you a question like this: explain any 5 methods of strings. So you have to explain all that. Okay, so I hope this is clear with all of you. The split function and all that. So if let us say I have a string called as spam, if I have a string called as spam, and in that what I have is dear Alice, and then there is a new line character here, because that's why the string went to the next line. So this is the second string, second sentence, sorry, this is the second sentence of my string, this is the third sentence, and remember all the sentences are separated by a new line character. So there is a new line character after this comma here, then there is a new line character after this full stop here, then there is a new line character after this word fridge here, and so on. So these are my sentences in my string. So now if I say spam.split \n, what is \n? \n represents new line character. So you know what it will give me? It will give me the first element will be dear Alice, including the comma. Then the next will be how have you been ? I am fine. So this is the second element of the list. And so on. Why? Because I'm splitting the string at \n. These split and join functions are very important. I realize now that when I was working on a lot of projects, you know, I wanted to split the string at particular delimiters, and I had used the new line character as a delimiter, sometimes some space as a delimiter, and all that. Okay. Now there is one more function called as the partition method. The partition method is there. There is something called as a partition method. Why do we use a partition method? Is we use a partition method. It can split a string into text before and after a separator string. Okay, so this is just like this is exactly like split only, but the difference here is that it even includes that substring. It even includes that substring in the list. It even includes that character or the substring in the list. Before this, you saw that it does not include that. For example, if you take this one, this one, if you take, here it is. Yeah. Here it is. So if my ABC name ABC is Simon, split ABC means in the list, you know, this ABC did not come. ABC did not come in this list. It will exclude this. It will exclude that, and before that what comes is made as the element of the list, and so on. Whereas the partition method, what it does is directly, let us take an example and understand this. If I have a string like this, hello, comma, space, world, then there is an exclamation mark, and that's it. Partition it at W, then you know that W is over here, W is over there. So the first element of the list will be hello, comma, and space. You can see hello, comma, and space is the first element. Second element will be W, because W also will be included. And then after that, what comes will be the third element of the list. So what is the difference between split and partition? In split, the delimiter is not taken as an element of the list, but in partition, it is taken as an element of the list. One more example, hello world, we have hello world, same string, partition and now it is world. So you will find that world is over here. So whatever comes before that is one element of the list. World is also second element of the list, and whatever comes after that, what is there after that? There's only one exclamation mark, that becomes the third element of the list. So I hope you understood the difference between split and partition. Okay, and one more thing, one more difference between the partition and the split is that always remember that the partition function will return you only three values. In the list, basically this is not a list, it's a tuple. It's a tuple. You can see that it is simple parenthesis, so it will return you back a tuple, not a list. It will include even the substring as the element. And one more thing to understand here is that it always returns you only three values. Your tuple will contain only three values. Your tuple will contain only three values. Then you will say that if there is O appearing two times, will it not partition it from here? The partition function will not partition it from all the occurrence of O. The partition method will not partition the list from all occurrence of O. For example, here in this string here, you can see it is hello comma world. O is appearing two times. So you think that this will be the first element of the tuple, O will be the second element of the tuple, and then after that comma space W will be third element, then again O will be written, and then the remaining part. No, remember that the partition method will partition the main string only once, and that too at the first occurrence of this substring. So in this hello world, where is the first occurrence of O? It is appearing here first. This is the second occurrence. Here it is occurring for the first time. So hell will be the first element. O will come as it is. And after that, what comes? Comma space world will be the third element. There is O here, but it will not partition from there. So remember that the partition method will always partition the string into three elements only. First, second, and three elements a pass. So that's why, let us say that I have hello world here as the main string, and I want to partition it as XYZ. Even in this case, it will return you back three values. It will, XYZ is not present in this main string. Okay, XYZ is not present in this main string, but then still it will return you back three values. The first element of the tuple will be the complete string, then second element will be blank, and the third element will be blank, because XYZ is not found in the main string. In this string here, in the main string, from here to here, XYZ is not found. So that's why splitting will not happen, partition will not happen. The second and the third element of the tuple will be blank strings. That you please remember. Okay. Now after this, then we have the right justify and left justify and center methods. rjust, ljust, and center methods. Why do we use this? Is we use them for justifying. How to use this is like this. I have some string here, okay, and I invoke this method rjust and I pass 10 to it. What is this 10? I'm trying to tell that please construct a new string with 10 elements which should contain hello. Please construct a new string, okay, containing 10 elements which should contain hello, and this is rjust. Rjust means right justify. Right justify means whatever string you're passing here will be aligned to the right hand side of the string. So all together from here to here, from here to here, there are 10 elements. You're saying that there should be 10 elements, including this hello. So it will put hello on the right hand side, and then it will add how many characters are there in this hello? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it will add 5 spaces here. It will add 5 spaces in the beginning of the string, and then it will return you a new string. So the new string will contain 10 characters in which these will be aligned to the right hand side, and these are 5. So it will add 5 spaces before this string. Similarly, now take this example. Hello.rjust20 means now it will construct a new string with 20 characters. Align hello to the right hand side because this is rjust, and then it will add 15 spaces before that. So your string will be 15 spaces, then hello, Similarly, if I have hello comma world dot rjust20, then it will construct a new string containing 20 characters. It is rjust, so it will align hello world to the right hand side, and how many spaces it will add before hello? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's a 12, so it will add 8 spaces before this, and then it will give you a string of 20 characters total. Then you have hello.ljust. Ljust is left justify. So it will put hello on the left hand side, then add the remaining spaces after that, and then it will give you a new string. So this is rjust and ljust. So there are these type of methods also available in Python. It depends upon the situation where you want to use them. It is very specific. Only in some places you might be using them, not everywhere. It is not a very commonly used functions, but then you should understand that in Python these type of methods are also available to right justify and left justify. And then you also have something called as center. Yeah, not only that, if you say simply rjust20 means it will create a string of 20 characters, and then here it will add by default. By default, here it will add what? Spaces. But if you want those spaces to be replaced with star or some other characters, you can always do that. You can say, look at this, hello.rjust20 comma. You pass a second parameter to the rjust function. What is the second parameter? It will fill the spaces with this character. So it will justify hello on the right hand side, and the remaining 15 characters will be stars. It will be filled by stars. ljust20 means it will put dashes after that, and so on. So you can also fill, instead of spaces, some other characters also, no problem. Center also the same thing. Hello.center20 means it will exactly put hello in the center, and then on the right hand side and the left hand side it will put equal number of spaces. So hello.center20 comma equals, then it will put this equals to sign equally on the left hand side and the right hand side, and exactly in the center it will put this string. Okay, so rjust, ljust and center will right justify, left justify and center by putting extra spaces or some special characters that you want. You pass it as a second parameter to the functions. Okay, so that's about it. This is yeah, there are some more methods of strings that we have in Python. One is strip, rstrip, lstrip. Why do we use the strip function? Is to remove the white spaces from a string. The strip function will remove white spaces before and after the string. So if you have a string called as spam containing some white spaces, and then after that there is a string, and then after that again there is some white spaces. So if I say spam.strip, it will give me a new string that is without the white spaces before the string, and after that it will remove that. So strip function is used for removing white spaces before and after the string. lstrip, from the name itself, it is clear, it will remove all the left hand side white spaces. rstrip will remove all the right hand side white spaces. White spaces means it will remove everything. Remember, space, tab, new line character, everything it will remove. So lstrip, rstrip and strip removes white spaces from the beginning and after the string. Okay. Then you have these functions called as ord and chr. You all know that in computers, all characters, everything is represented in the form of numbers. So, numbers is what? ASCII value. For example, capital A has got an ASCII value of 65, B has got an ASCII value of 66, and so on. Small a, b, c, d has got ASCII value of 96, 97, like that. And 1, 2, 3, 4, these are digits. 1 is a digit, but it has got a corresponding ASCII value. So the ASCII value of 4, ASCII value of 4 is 52, ASCII value of exclamation mark is 33, and so on. So in Python, if I want to know what is an ASCII value of some character, then I have to use the ORD method, ORD. ORD into single quotes, if I pass the character, then I will get what is its ASCII value. What is the ORD of 4? 52. What is the ORD of exclamation mark? 33. Okay. So ORD is used to find what is the ASCII value of a particular character. ORD, remember, ORD is used to know what is the ASCII value of a particular character. Similarly, if you want to know what is the corresponding character of an ASCII value, then you have to use the CHR method. CHR 65, if I write, it will give me A. If I write CHR, character of 65 means what is the character of ASCII value 65. So this character CHR takes an ASCII value as the parameter, and then it will give me back a character whichever it is represented. And ORD will take character as a parameter and give me the ASCII value of that character. Okay, so I hope you understood what does the ORD and CHR methods do. ORD will give me the ASCII value of a character, and CHR will give me the character for a particular ASCII value. So I'm not going to go into too much of detail. You have to do this quickly, write some examples on this. In the examination, I told you what type of programs they will ask, questions they will ask. They will ask you questions on explain any 6 built-in methods of strings. So you have to write down in your own words. You have to remember all those and explain them. Then we have the copy and paste functions. The copy and paste functions are used to copy string to a clipboard, and paste function is used to paste it wherever it is needed. Okay, so and these copy and paste functions are present in a library which is called as pyperclip. Okay, it's called as pyperclip. Pyperclip is a module that has this copy and paste functions. It is quite simple. I will give you one example, you will understand. First of all, you have to import pyperclip like this, import. And then if I say pyperclip.copy hello world, now hello world will be copied to the clipboard. Okay, it will be copied to the clipboard. And then after that, if I say pyperclip.paste, it will paste whatever is there in the clipboard. So basically we use the copy and paste functions to copy some text to the clipboard and paste it wherever I want it. Now, I don't know whether shall we write an example for this. I'll just show you one example. I'll just copy this Control C. I'll go to a Sublime text and I will try to file new, paste it here. Let us write this example and see. File, save it. I will save it in the D drive. I have my Python test files, and then I will say copypaste.py. Okay, copypaste.py is the name of the file. Simple program it is. It imports pyperclip and then it uses the copy function and then the paste function. So it copies this hello world and then it pastes it. Now let us see. I've saved it. I will go to the command prompt. I'll go to the D drive, cd python test files, and then I will run the file. So Python copypaste.py, enter. So it should display me hello world. Oh, now it says that I don't have this module named pyperclip. I'm importing pyperclip, but I'm not able to use it because it is not there. I have not installed it. So when I install Python, remember this pyperclip module is not installed by default. I have to install it separately. To install it separately, then I have this pip install. Normally this is, if you want to install any module in Python, this is what you use. You first type pip space install, and then whichever module you want to install, you do that. There are so many modules in Python that will not come by default. You have to install it separately. Is being invoked by an older script wrapper, all that. Yeah, you have to, if you want to install any module, simply you have to do this pip space install. Yeah, I think it is installed already. Okay, now if I try to run this program, Python copypaste.py, but it is not pasting anything. Once again, I'll just check. Yeah, there it is. It is copying, but it is not pasting it. Yeah, now it is there. So you can see that it pasted that pyperclip. Very simple. First of all, when I ran the project for the first time, it says that this pyperclip module was not there. So how did I install it? I installed it by typing pip install then whatever is the name of the module. So you have to write that, and then automatically, if you are connected to the internet, your computer will install that module. So many modules are installed by using this method. Okay, even you can make a note of this. Remember that, since this is not part of the syllabus. Okay, but then still you should know this. So after I have installed, what I did was I wrote a small program. I used the module copy function, and then I copied some text. I copied some text to the clipboard, and then after that I said pyperclip.paste, and I printed that. So that's why you are able to see the output as hello world. Okay, so you can see the output as hello world. Simple program. So I hope what is the meaning. You understood the meaning of copy and paste functions. So this is, I think, this is a project. So this is not there for the syllabus. Yeah, this project is there for, this project is there, adding bullets to Wiki Markup. Adding bullets to Wiki Markup. This project is there for the syllabus. If I open and show you, we are still in the second module here. You can see that there is a project that is adding bullets to Wiki Markup. This is the last part of this module, adding bullets to Wiki Markup. Simple program. What is the idea is, if I copy something, to the clipboard, something like this, list of animals, if I copy this, then the program should add bullet points before each sentence. So if I copy this, it should be able to display the output like this by putting a bullet before each sentence. Before each sentence, it should add a star. It should add bullet point adder.py. So there is a program that is already written here, very small program and very easy program. This is the flowchart of the program, exactly the logic of the program. First of all, paste the text from the clipboard, do something to it, and then copy the new text to the clipboard. Basically, this is what is being done in bullet point adder.py. Okay, so first of all, to do that copy and paste, I need to import pyperclip, and then there is a text. In the text, I write pyperclip.paste, and then I add stars before the lines, and then I copy the text. Basically, this is what is a program. First of all, it is important that if I have a big string, then I have to separate them by new line character. I have to separate them by new line character, and every sentence should be added with a star mark. If this is my complete string, new line characters is \n, so I have to separate them. I have to split them at \n, and then before each sentence, I have to put a star mark. So that is a program. So this is an entire program. First of all, I split it, and then before each line, I add a star symbol. Okay, and that is how the output will be. So this program is there. I will give you this program. We will write this program. See now how this program will work. I'll copy this program. Copy. Okay, so I copied the program, and then I will copy paste. Here only I will paste it, Control V. So I pasted the program. Okay, so I save the program, copy paste. And how will this program run? I will tell you. We'll go to Wikipedia. Search for Wikipedia founder. So if I copy some text from here, I should be able to see. Yeah, if I copy this text, let us say Control C. I don't know. One second. So if I run this program, copy paste. Okay. Now, what does this program do is, If you've understood what is the paste and the copy function does, the paste function will paste the clipboard content to a text that is txt, okay? Or else I will do one thing. I will initialize, instead of pasting it, I will initialize the text to be, okay, something like this. This is the first line, okay? Then I will have a backslash n, and then this is the second line. Then again I'll put a backslash n, put a backslash n, and then v, second line, third line, and fourth line. Okay, so this is my text. So I have a variable called as text which contains this string, and then there is a backslash and backslash and backslash. Then I will split it at this. My output should be like this. It should display a star space. This is the first line. In the next line, it should display me star. This is the second line, like that. It should display me the output. So if I print text, if it is in the text, then it should. Yes, correct. Yeah, this is first, and then here also I should change it to is. Okay, that is in the string, so it does not really matter. Now see how the output of the program should be. What I have is I have a text which has, this is the first line, this is the second line, this is the third line, this is the fourth line, and each of these lines are separated by a new line character. Okay, so first I split it at new line characters, and before each line I want a star to come. That is the output. That is how the output should be. So when I save the program, I want to run this program now. So clear, and when I run this program, yeah, here you can see that this is the first line, there is a star before it. This is the second line, there is a star before it. This is the third line, star before it. And this is the fourth line, so there is a star before it. And why this extra star is coming is because last here there is backslash n that I need to remove. So I have removed that. Now if I clear the screen and run the program, you will see 4 lines are there, which is prefixed with a star symbol. So basically the program is to have a text, split it at new line characters, add a star before it, and display it. But reading this text should come from the clipboard. So that's why, you know, that's why in the textbook, if you see whatever text was not initialized like this. This is the first time I initialized it in my program, but it should actually come from the clipboard. It should come from the clipboard. Whatever I copy from the clipboard, that should be presented as the text into the text variable, not something which you have initialized in the program, not something that you have initialized in the program. Whatever I've copied in the clipboard should be put into the text, and then that should be split by new line characters, and it should be displayed. Okay, so now one more thing what I want to do here is, yeah, text is, see. Now see, I will put a hash symbol, I will comment that, and now, first, what was text? Text was, this is the first line. Now text is what? It is coming from the clipboard. So file, save. So that was copied in my clipboard. So that's why I came. Now I will do one thing. I will copy something from the textbook. I will copy these lines from the textbook. Copy, and now I will run the project. So you can see that whatever I had copied now from here, when this program is run, it replaces. So when the program is run, it replaces text. And then before each line, you can see there is a star. So before this, what I did was I was initializing a variable called as text, and then I was putting the string directly in the program. But now in text, what I want to come is whatever I've copied to the clipboard. If I go to any page like this, if I copy, no, that will be copied to the clipboard. So now see, I copy this. I copied that. Now if I come and execute the program, you will see pig Latin is silly made up language and all that. So you can see actually that this is the same text that I had copied. I hope you understood the program. The program is to read whatever is there in the clipboard. If it is multi-line, split it at \n, add a star before it and display. And this is the program for that. This is the program for that. So I need to just remove that. That's it. So this is your program. Very simple. Only some 4 to 5 lines of code. This project is there for the syllabus, so you should know this program. Okay. So please mark it. It is important. They will ask you a program in the examination. They will ask you to write a program to add a bullet point before each line from the clipboard. Okay. So Wiki, if you see, then you have to write this program. So that's it. Only this particular program is there for the project, and this is not there. Then this is the end of the chapter. So this is finally the end of module number 2. I will be starting with module number 3 in the next class. Okay, I will be starting with module number 3. You can see here we have finished the first and the second modules. Chapter 4 to 6 we have completed. Now we will be starting with module number 3, in which we will be learning pattern matching with regular expressions and then reading and writing to the files. Okay, so all this we will be learning in the next class. Okay, now I will be going a little quick because I am slowing down on the syllabus. In the third IA, I may have to ask you 2 modules altogether, and I will give you some important questions also. Don't worry, before the test. But my plan is to complete module number 3 and module number 4 before the third I. Okay, now let us see how to go about it. So I will stop here today, all of you. If there are any doubts, you can please ask me.